open house. My name is Dr. Archer. I'm the principal here at Nance Elementary, and I'm so excited to welcome you all to our 2021-2022 school year. Just wanted to let you know we will be recording this meeting so that we can make it available to parents who couldn't be here today and families so that they can see it at a later time. We're going to spend about 20 minutes to kick off the year and tell you what's going to be happening at Nance this year, and then the teachers are on their individual Zoom meetings after that, and you'll be able to drop in and visit with your child's teacher and get to hear a little bit about what it is that will be happening in 21-22 with your child's class. I do want to just say thank you to the parents who have come to Nance the last couple of days to pick up their child's iPads. We are doing iPad distribution. We'll continue to distribute iPads through the next several weeks of school. Because students are coming to school in person, they won't need them for instruction on the first day. So if you can't come in until next week, don't worry, but give us a call, come into the main office, and we will make sure that you get your child's iPad and have the technology assistance you need to get started for the school year. To start the year off, I just want to remind everyone, our staff, and then also our parents and families joining us, of the mission and vision of Earl Nance Senior Elementary School. We are here for some big reasons, and that starts with educating and preparing our children for their futures. And the mission of Earl Nance Senior Elementary School is to empower our students to have a voice within our community, and each student will achieve success through literacy, innovation, and having culturally responsive classrooms. Our vision is for students to be empowered as change agents and make a positive impact on the world. As we talk about what we'll be doing in the coming year, I hope you'll see our mission and vision reflected in those actions that we'll be taking. First, just wanted to take a minute to introduce our new staff and some familiar faces in new roles here at Nance in the coming year. I'll ask those individuals when I introduce them, if you're online, if you can come off mute and just wave so everybody can see you if you're on the line. First, we have Ms. Cassandra Foster. She's joining us as our reading intervention teacher.
Hello.
Welcome, Ms. Foster. Ms. Zambria Butler is joining us as a preschool teacher.
Hello.
We are really excited to have 2 preschools here at Nance this year, in addition to Ms. Thomas's early childhood special education class. So we're excited to welcome Ms. Butler to the team. Ms. Shanda Anderson, who is an early childhood ICA. I'm not sure if Ms. Anderson is on the line. Ms. Hollis, Lauren Hollis, who is joining us as a kindergarten teacher this year.
Hi, everyone.
Ms. Tyresha Young, joining us as a 4th grade teacher. Ms. Arnez Butler, who's joining us as a 5th grade teacher.
Hello.
Ms. Jennifer Montgomery, who's joining us as our 6th grade teacher.
Hi, everybody.
Ms. Sydney Reynolds, joining us as our music teacher.
Hello.
Ms. Jenna Worley, who's joining us as our art teacher.
Hello.
Also new to the staff this year is Ms. Christine Taylor. Some of you may have spoken with her. She works for Urban League and will be an Urban League mentor assigned to our Nance families. 3 individuals on our staff are moving to different positions. Ms. Noli, who taught 2nd grade last year, will be moving into the role of math coach for this year. Ms. Phillips is moving from kindergarten to 2nd grade. And Dr. Babolat is moving from 4th grade to 5th grade.
Hi, everyone.
So as we start the year, we want to set the stage and share some of the expectations that we have for students in the coming year. This year, we are revamping and going back to our NIGHTS code. We expect students to demonstrate the code by showing commitment, pledging to do the right thing and never giving up, showing ownership, being accountable for their own choices and actions, demonstrating determination, focused on persevering through obstacles to be the best they can be, and excellence to demonstrate positive behavior, thoughtful participation, and promote the growth of themselves and fellow Knights in our school. You'll see us talking about the NIGHTS code and the NIGHTS code matrix around the school. You'll also hear us talking a little bit about the Nance Knights responsibility policy. For those of you who have picked up your welcome packets and picked up your iPad, you've got a copy of the policy in the inside that we ask parents to sign and students to sign, just as an agreement and some commitments to things that students will do to make this year a success. We know that as a school, there are still many concerns as it relates to COVID-19 and some of the procedures that were in place last year. Many of the same procedures for students, including masks, social distancing, hand washing, are going to stay in effect. The CDC has reduced their social distancing guidelines in schools to 3 feet in order to accommodate students returning to buildings. Last year, we were able to be safely operating with 200 students in our school. A very large percentage of students came back to in-person learning, and all of our students in grades 3 through 6 came into the building for MAP testing later in the year. So we really believe that our school and our procedures were successful, and they will continue to be this year. I wanted to draw everyone's attention to a couple of things. Our daytime hours will go back to their traditional hours. So last year, the day was an hour shorter. This year, the day for students begins at 8:05 and ends at 3:02. We will also not be able to open the doors this year to students until 7:50 a.m., but all students will still come in at the Howell Street entrance on door 6. So last year we opened a little bit earlier. This year we'll be opening starting at 7:50. The school day ends at 3:02, and so we're asking parents who are coming to pick up students to go to door 3 at the gym. Much like last year, we'll have a car line, and we will keep that moving once we're able to identify everyone and get familiar with everyone's cars this year. But please, if you're going to make a transportation change, communicate that to the office by 2 o'clock so that Miss Ray, Miss Green, and our staff can relay that message and get your students safely home. Dress code and uniforms. As you know, Nance is a uniform school. We relaxed the uniforms last year because of COVID and because of some of the other stresses that were on students. But now that we're returning to more of a normal school year, we are returning to our traditional uniform of a powder blue, white, green, or navy top, a collared shirt, and pants that are tan, black, khaki, or navy. Students cannot wear jeans except for on Fridays when they may wear them with a uniform shirt, a Nance t-shirt, a school or college shirt, and something representing a favorite extracurricular activity. So we are looking for our students to be able to dress down a little bit on Fridays, but we will be back to our uniforms. Ms. Green will speak here in a little bit, but I do want to just let you know that if you or your children are needing uniforms, please let us know so that we can request uniforms for you and have them for your students. Cell phone policy. It's really important that students follow the cell phone policy that we have, and it is in alignment with our district policy. Students should not have cell phones visible during the day or in use. And over time, if there are continuous violations of this policy, students can have their phones confiscated. We know that you want to be able to reach your children and that you want to be able to communicate with your children after school. Please know that in the case of an emergency, you can always call the school and we will help connect you with your child. But we do need students for their safety to keep their phones away and to not be using them. We do have instances in elementary schools now of social media and technology misuse during the school day. And we want to just make sure that students are being taught appropriate digital citizenship, which they will be learning through using technology in the classroom. And we don't want to have the distraction of phones that can take away from that learning process. So please support us in making sure that your child, if you send them with the phone, keeps it in their pocket, keeps it in their book bag for the day. Academic expectations, something new this year that the St. Louis Public Schools is doing and Nance had started doing last year and will continue, is standards-based grading. We are moving towards a system of grades that's a little bit different than what traditional grading looks like. You'll start to see grades reported out to you about your child's progress on a 1 through 4 scale, looking at whether or not students are meeting standards or not. This is going to eliminate a lot of things that students have previously gotten points and grades for, because we want students to be able to get grades and be assessed in their knowledge based on what they're learning rather than other factors. And so you'll see that we'll be reporting this progress on standards throughout the year, and we'll be providing support to parents to help them understand grades. This information is all in the parent handbook. So if you are curious and you want to learn a little bit more, it's there. We also have some resources on our website to help you and help your child to understand what grades will look like. Communication with staff. This is really important. We want to make sure that our parents are engaged with our teachers, and we want to give opportunities for this. If you need to reach a staff member, they may provide you with a phone number, or you can always call our school number or use Class Dojo. All classes have Class Dojo, and that's a way to communicate back and forth. It's a free app that you can download on your phone. Please, we're requesting that you contact your child's teacher or the main office if you need to make an appointment to come to school. We are still not allowing visitors in the building besides essential visitors. So if you come to the building, we won't be able to allow you to go to the classrooms or go visit teachers. We allow you to come into the office, but we can't have anybody go beyond the office. So we will be making sure that we are communicating well with you. You'll be getting newsletters, teachers will be reaching out to you, but we want to make sure that you know how to get the support you need. And then if you need follow-up with any of our staff, that you would contact the main office and we will help you with connecting with your child's teacher. A few things that are new this year, I wanted to share them with you. Thanks to Dr. B, there's a great video. It'll be going up on the website tomorrow, introducing everybody to some of the new things around Nance this year. But there are several things captured here on the screen I just wanted to mention briefly. And I'll start on the left-hand side. Ms. Jackson is going to be leading an effort where we are going to be implementing a lot of social emotional learning through the Second Step program this year. That's something that is new to our students and new to our school. We're really excited and believe will help our students to learn necessary skills to help them be successful in life. The center, of course, we have the Knights helmet because we are talking about our Knights code and responsibility policy this year in great detail and bringing some of those things back that we didn't spend a lot of time on last year. All of our teachers will be implementing a new reading program in the elementary grades. It's called My View in K through 5. And then there's also a preschool program as well as a 6th grade program called My Perspective. So we are really believing that these new implementing new literacy programs are going to be a great way for our kids to learn how to read and get excited about literature in the coming year. On the far right is our book vending machine. We have added a book vending machine to Nance. Students will get to earn tokens to get to pick out free books. They'll get free books on their birthday. It's going to be a great way to promote reading among our students. And then finally, across the bottom, we are implementing new programs around reading and literacy intervention. Ms. Foster is here to provide support to students who may be struggling with reading and be able to be pulled out of the classroom for that additional support. We'll be working to engage many of you as parents. We would love to get a parent book study going around reading and literacy. Ms. Green and I will be working on plans and connecting with some of you. We hope you and other parents and anyone that you know who's a Nance parent would like to get involved and join us in a book study so that we can work to learn together about how best we can teach children and how best you can support us at home. Then the last two things, we will be working on some of our mindfulness programs around promoting mindful thinking and mindfulness moments in our classes. And then several of our teachers and many of our staff are going to be involved in the teacher home visit program homeworks this year, in which they'll be engaging in some in-person and virtual visits with our families. And we look forward to sharing more information with you about that. And we will also have teachers reaching out to you when they are ready to start those visits if they haven't already. So we think this is going to be a great way to foster that homeschool connection. I did see one question in the chat. We currently don't have Nance t-shirts available on sale. We're going to be working on that for our students and for our families coming up in the next month or two. So stay tuned and we'll have more information and we'll be sure to share that to everyone. I would encourage you to make sure you have your email address on file with us because we do send a lot of updates by email, including the information for tonight's open house. We send a lot of newsletters and things to help keep parents informed. And so I would hope that if your email address is not on file, you'll get it on file with us so that we can be sure to share with you all the great things that are happening at Nance. With that, I would like to introduce Ms. Chantel Williams-Green, who is our family and community specialist. She is going to talk about the Title I program at Nance and introduce you to what Title I is here in our school. Ms. Green.
Hello, everyone. I am Mrs. Chantel Williams-Green, and I am very excited about what this school year brings. Although it may look different than what we have known for years, It's still an exciting year, a great time to have the students back in the building. So we are excited about that. I am here for the Title I annual meeting. This is a meeting that is held once a year. And in addition to that, in March, we will do a meeting called Review and Revision. And that is when I will be asking parents to get on with me. Let's see what we need to change. We have a compact. Is there something we want to see different in the compact? And so you will have your opportunity. And here at Nance, we want to make sure that our parents know that you are a part of our community. We cannot do this without you. So we're expecting you to be engaged as well as involved. So we're going to move through. And the first thing we're going to talk about is our Title I team. And our Title I team, not only, all of us are a part of it because we are a Title I school, but our principal, Dr. Tyler Archer, is on the team, and Miss Jahan Ireland, who is our academic instructional coach, and then myself, Chantel Williams Green. I am the family and community specialist here, and our elementary counselor, Miss Marilyn Jackson. You can always approach me or reach out to me and let me know if there's anything that you don't understand or something you need more clarity to. So, why are we here? We are here to inform you of the school's participation in Title I, to explain the requirements of Title I, to explain your rights as a parent to be involved, the attendance and the assessments. We take some assessments, MAP, Acuity, and STAR, and we want you to know that you have a right to get those scores and all of that. And as well as we want you to be a part of the PAC and the PTO meetings that occur monthly. Who do you contact for more information about this school's Title I program? As stated, you can contact our principal, Dr. Tyler Archer, and his email is on our first name dot last name at slps.org. Also, the school address, telephone number 8670634. You may also contact me, and my office is located right in the office. So feel free to contact me by calling, or if you're in for whatever reason, I'll be willing to talk to you if you have any questions. All right, what is Title I? Title I is a federally funded program that offers additional federal dollars to support schools in areas with high free reduced lunch percentages. This is determined by the school's lunch forms. And there used to be a time where we filled these forms out every year, year after year, but now our entire district is Title I, and parents do not have to fill out forms. Your breakfast and lunch programs are free to all St. Louis Public School students. All right, how does your school use Title I funds? We use it by salaries and benefits, being able to purchase small equipment, textbooks, supplies, and other things. And then also for parent involvement. And it's very important to know my salary is one of the salaries that is paid through Title I. Parental involvement. Each Title I school receives funds for parent involvement. These funds come from the 1% that is set aside. Title I district budgets, 95% of the Title I funds are distributed to schools for their parent involvement programs. Parents must be involved in how these funds are used. And that's when I talk about when we have that review and revision meeting, we want to make sure that you are able to say, hey, let's do this and let's do that. What about this program? And we understand that right now we're in the midst of COVID-19, but when we get back to a time where we really can come together and really can meet, I'm telling you, Nance, we do a lot of good programs, and we want to make sure you as parents are engaged and you are involved in everything that's going on in the school. What can parent involvement funds be used for? It can be used for materials and textbooks, for workshops. It can be used for snacks at parent meetings. Once we're meeting in person, we will probably have snacks or maybe even dinner for the parents who attend. It can be used for workshops, workshop classes for parents, communication and supplies and equipment for a parent center. And so once we are able to really come back together, there will be a center that you will be able to, as parents, be able to use maybe a computer if you needed to work on a resume or something like that. Once we get back to those days, that center will be available for you. And those are some of the ways that Title I funds are used. All right, there is a compact that we put together every year where we kind of tweak it to see what do we need to change. And so we're not talking about the compact right now. I'm sorry, parents right to know. You as parents have 5 things that you have a right to know. One of the things is you have a right to know if the teacher has met the state qualifications and licensing criteria for the grade levels that they are teaching in. So that means that if your teacher is teaching math, but they don't have a math certification, you as a parent have a right to know that. You also have a right to know whether the teacher is teaching under an emergency or a provision. And that means that sometimes there are some teachers that are right at the brink of being certified, and they may have one more class. They may receive a waiver to go ahead and start teaching. You as parents have a right to know that if that happens. You have a right to know whether the teacher is teaching in a field of discipline of different from the certification that the teacher has. You also have a right to know whether your child is being provided services by a paraprofessional or someone else. You have a right to know that if your child is being taught for more than 30 days consecutively by a sub or a paraprofessional, we will send home a note to let you know so that you are aware that's what's happening. You also have a right to receive information and all the things that are pertaining to the MAP test, Acuity, and STAR. All of that information, you have a right as parents to know how well your child did or what is the progress on those tests. Now we're getting to the parent-school compact. In this compact, we talk about what are the school responsibilities, what are the parents' responsibility, and what are the responsibilities of the students. And so as a school, our responsibility, we will hold 2 annual parent-teacher conferences, and we know that our conferences are usually held in the month of October and March. We will also provide parents with frequent reports of their child's progress. We will also be accessible to parents. And as you know, we are accessible to you by phone, by email, Class Dojo, and there are a lot of ways that we are accessible to you. And we will also provide an opportunity to volunteer. But right now, volunteers are not permitted in the building. But when that happens, there's a volunteer form that you can complete. And it usually takes about 2 weeks to clear. And once it clears, we will have volunteers in the building. We will be doing some things virtually. And even if you are a virtual volunteer, you still have to go through that process. So if something like that happens, you will get in touch with me and I will make sure that you have the application and everything so that you will be able to volunteer. Now, the student responsibilities. As a student, I am responsible for being respectful, responsible, kind, peaceful, and safe and reliable to myself and others. I'm responsible for coming to class on time, prepared to work, knowing my classmates have a right to learn without distractions and disruption, engaging, giving my best, and completing all assignments and homework, and spending time studying and reading each day. and making decisions that will allow me to be safe in all areas. So that is the student's responsibility. And as you get this compact, many of you that have already signed papers, you have seen this compact and you have signed it because it is signed by you, it is signed by the teacher, and it is signed by the principal. So the parent's responsibility. There are 11 things that the parents are responsible for, and I don't have to go through all 11, but I'll read a few. Communicating to my child my respect and love and support. We want to make sure that our children feel supported in what they're doing, because when parents are involved and when they are engaged, students do well. And reading, reviewing, and analyzing the student's code of conduct with the student. And so many of you have already received the code of conduct book, and we want to make sure you know what is expected of your child. And then you can convey that to them as well. So there are 11 things on here, and I'm not going to read through all of them, but these will also be on our website, and you can get any of these, see any of these on the website. The next slide. For more information, you can go to www.ed.gov/ESSA, or you can go to www.desa.mo.gov. You may also go to St. Louis Public School website, which is www.slps.org. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I will also like to say there is a ESSA complaint procedure. So if there's something going on educationally, we can talk about that, and I can tell you the steps of the procedure to file a complaint about anything. And we also have a family community engagement policy. And in that policy, basically, it kind of breaks down the compact, the shared, what do we share, and how we can, what events will we hold for the year. All of those will also be reviewed in our review and revision meeting in March. So again, I am Miss Chantel Williams Green. Don't hesitate to reach out to me. And it is green like the color, but I do love purple. And I also would like to say, for those of you parents who are in need of uniforms, we will start in September. We have a great community partner, the Little Bit Foundation, who will give us uniforms. They also give shoes, socks, underwear. If you have a need, don't hesitate to reach out to me, and I will make sure that your child has what they need to be successful in school. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Green. I appreciate that. We want to make sure that everyone knows, Ms. Green mentioned several places where you can get information. The district is in the process of revamping all of the school's websites. And so you'll notice that we have updated all of the materials on our website, but in the next week or so, you might see that it has a new look and some fresh things that are there. So we encourage you to check out the website, and you'll be able to find anything, including this presentation, if you need to go back and take a look. Well, I know everyone's excited to get to meet with teachers. And so what we are going to do is we will end this meeting as our kickoff session. Thank you so much for being here. And then you will go to the individual link of your child's teacher. They're going to open up their own Zoom meetings. And so then you'll be able to drop in to have a conversation with the teacher, to learn a little bit about the year. Your teachers shared the links with you via Class Dojo. They may have sent them out by email, but also they were sent to everyone in the newsletter that had this link. I believe it was 2 days ago. So you just have to go in, and there's some buttons. You just click and hover over the button for the teacher that you want to visit, and it will prompt you to open a Zoom meeting just like this one, and you'll be able to join and meet your child's teacher. They'll be on until 6 o'clock tonight. So we're looking forward to having many of you get a chance to really meet and have conversations with teachers so that we can get the year off to a great start. We will see everyone Monday, August 23rd, for the first day of school, and we are looking forward to seeing all of our students back in person again. Please don't hesitate to call us if there's anything that we can do to assist you. Have a great evening and enjoy your classroom visits.